Hello guys, welcome to this tutorial. I am Shivang Srivastava. So let's begin my tutorial. In this tutorial I will tell you about constants. What are constants? So this is a very important tutorial as everyone thinks that constants are just 10, 12. No, it is not. So now I will tell you that what are the constants in C. If I will declare A is equal to something like 10, okay, and now I can say that A is equal to 10 is a constant. A is a constant now because now you cannot change the value of A at the time of execution. When you will execute it, it will already save the value of A as 10 in the memory, and you can't change it at the time of execution. When you are running your program, that okay, then you can't change its value because now it is declared there. Okay, and now if I will print this simple value, if I will set this like this, if I will print this simple value, okay guys, one more thing, why I'm writing here %d. So this is the most important question, why we are writing here %d, because I want to tell in C that what kind of value is A. A is an integer, A is a float, A is a character. What is A? So here I am declaring, yeah, it is true that here I am declaring int. Okay, then A is of integer type, but when we print it, we want to tell it again that what kind of value this A is holding. So in this, A is of integer type, and for A we will call it as %d. There are lot of available %d or %f, %l, %ld. There are lot of things which we can use for different data types. So search it on the net that what kind of for what kind of value what we will use here. Okay, so it is very important to know that for what kind of value what we have to use here, because it is very necessary to tell that what kind of value A is holding. Okay, so now let me run it and let me see if here is some of the errors. No, here is no error. Yeah, and now we have seen on the screen that it has printed 10 here, and now you can't change its value in this output screen. So this is a constant, this is an integer constant. There are two more types of constants are there. One is string constant and another is floating constant, you can call it. And in the exams you maybe write that the constant will come a defined constant, so you can write it just as it is the variable whose value cannot be changed at the time of execution of the program. This is a simple definition of constant, and now through program you can also describe them as in this A is a constant. And now next thing, if I will tell you that I am saying that string constant, what are the string constants? So let me print here like this. Now it is a string and you can't change its value at the time of execution, it is true. So this is your string constant. Okay, and if I will write here, I have told you about data types, so I will write here float, and now you can see if I will print here, now what I will write here f, because this is a floating type value, and now I will print A, but now it will show error. Why? Because A can hold the value which can be only point type, which has a decimal value. So I will write here just 0.0 because it should contain a point, otherwise it will show error. Now I will print it. See, it has printed 10.0000 because it is a common thing in C that for a floating type value there should be some of the zeros after. Okay, it should be 5 or 6, I'm not damn sure, but there should be a fixed number of zeros after a decimal in floating type values. Now you have seen this is the floating constant, nothing at all, it is a floating constant. And now one more thing I want to tell you here. What is hash define? Hash define, when we will use hash define, when we want to declare some of the elements as a constant. For example, I will tell you very simply For example, if I will tell you hash define here, I have told you what is the meaning of hash here. Hash is the preprocessor directive, and if I will say define, this is the basic syntax, and here you have written hash define a space 10.0. This has the same meaning of writing float type of a is equal to 10.0. This is the same thing. And now if I call this hash define a, that is 10.0, what it will do, it will just make a as a constant, and hash define means it has defined a as 10.0. Now wherever in the program I will use a, it will determine that a is nothing, it is a constant value, and it is a 10.0, and it will evaluate like 10.0. For example, if I will run it, let me see what will happen if I run it. Yeah, it has run successfully, and there is 10.00. It is the same, it has the same output previous as it has previously. So I think it is clear to you how we can use hash define and why we are using hash define in our program. And this only saves a constant value. It makes a as a constant. As you can see, it has 10.0 value. A now has a 10.0 value. So this is the main thing of hash define, what hash define is doing. This video is clear to you. Okay, so how we are defining that %f and %d, why we are defining it. Okay, and what are constants, what are string constant, what are character constants, what are integer constant, what are floating constants, and now what is the meaning of hash define. I think this video has cleared you a lot. So thank you for watching, guys, and if you like this video, please share and subscribe and like. So thank you for watching, guys. Now I will meet you in the next video, so keep sharing and keep liking. Thank you so much.